I'm Mr. Brandon. I'm one of the science teachers here at Cumbernauld Academy. I'm going to show you a little bit of science today, specifically chemistry, and then I'm going to show you a little experiment you can have a try at home. Hope you enjoy. So, here you can see I've got 3 different beakers, 1, 2 and 3. And if we look inside them, they've all got a clear liquid in there, okay? So, what I'm going to tell you now that in each of these, it is actually a different liquid, okay? Even though they look the same, they are different. And the way we're going to tell what they are is by using this chemical, which is called universal indicator. And what this will do is, depending what chemicals are in here, it will change colour. So, if we go to beaker 1, and we're going to add a couple of drops, and you can see that has turned a deep red colour. Now we're going to go over to 3. And that turns a very deep purple colour. And finally, we're going to go to beaker number 2. And you can see that turns into a green colour, okay? Right. Now that we've caused each of these chemicals to change colour, we need to ask ourselves, what do each of these different colours mean? So if we go to beaker 1, if the chemical changes to a red colour, that is telling us that that chemical is an acid. If the chemical changes to a green colour, that is telling us that this chemical is neutral. And if it changes to this deep purple colour, what that is telling us is that this chemical is an alkali. So the 3 different chemicals that we had were an acid in this beaker, a neutral solution, which is in this beaker, and an alkali, which is in this beaker. What we can do now is, if we add an acid to an alkali, what happens is we get a reaction. In this measuring cylinder, I've got an acid, so if I was to add some universal indicator, it would turn red. And in this beaker here, I've got some alkali, so if I added universal indicator, it would turn purple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this acid and this alkali into this piece of chemistry equipment, which is called a burette. As you can see, I've already added some universal indicator, so I'm going to add the acid first, and it will turn red in here, and then I will add this alkali, and then we'll get to see the reaction. So as you can see, I've already added the acid here, which is why we've got this red colour. And I'm now going to add the alkali, and we should see a reaction happening. So if we keep an eye on around here, where the acid and alkali are meeting, we should slowly if you see, we can start to see a rainbow is starting to form. So I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes, and we'll see if we get a more clear colour transition. the reaction's just about finished, and if we look up here, you can see we've got this green colour. So if we come back over here, we can see that we have now got a neutral solution inside of this burette. So here I've got vinegar and I've got bicarbonate of soda, which is also baking soda, but I found that this one actually works better when you do this. So to apply what we've just learned, if we go over here, I've got acid and alkali. It's actually the vinegar in this, which is an acid. And in this case, the bicarbonate, this is your alkali. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about half a glass of vinegar to here. And then I'm going to add a very large teaspoon of bicarb into it, and we're going to watch the reaction happen. So as you can see, I've put the glass to about half full, and then I'm going to add a large teaspoon of bicarb to it, and we're going to watch what happens. So what's happened there is the vinegar, which is the acid, has reacted with the bicarbonate of soda, which is our alkali, and what has happened is we've created a neutral solution. That's the end of today's lesson. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you get a chance to have a go at the experiment at home, be sure to take pictures or videos of it and send it on the Teams so I can see them. Catch you all later and look forward to seeing you all at some point.